me and Ryan finished watching it and they showed the credits, we were like, what the f is going on? We just saw nuclear bombs like going after the rebuilt industrial.
Well, yeah,
and it was just like, yo, like
that is.
whether or not Aaron really wiped out 100%, it wouldn't have mattered. It probably would have been better that way, honestly.
If he didn't?
If he did.
Oh.
If he did just wipe out all 100 because it's a loop.
Oh, that's that good shit.
Yo. Hey. It's your boys.
Let him play.
It's Uchi. Brother Ooch. And they can't forget IQ. And we are back again. Once again. How you guys doing today? Yo. I gotta say, you outdid yourself with this one.
That was a good one.
You did.
That was a good one. Unreleased.
None
of my shit's released. One day.
You like that shit? You like that shit?
Fire.
That is.
You just gotta work on the timing.
Hey, yeah, the timing. It'll come. It'll come in time because I'm so used to doing the take it away. But you know, obviously with a new song, we gotta do the intros in a new way. But I have visions for that track. Don't you wait. But yes, guys, this is the brand new intro song for the Full Power podcast.
Called Final Battle.
But it's unreleased. Keep in mind. It's unreleased. So, anyways, let's get right into it. Bro, how you doing today, sir?
Doing fairly well. It was a snow day. So, it was just chilling. Wasn't really doing much, but just vibing.
Nice. IQ, how you doing today, sir?
It was in fact not a snow day for me. I still had to go to school.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, it was actually supposed to be a school day for me, but they closed down.
Oh,
for the day.
Was it like one of those Johns where like you were about to get ready to go and
they told us lockdown yesterday.
Oh,
nice. Yeah,
Nice.
they sent that worldwide text message and the
worldwide.
So
that meant I would have got it too.
Should've. I'm surprised. Did y'all not get snow, Jared? Or whatever?
We got snow. We just ain't a snow day.
That's crazy. The colleges closed down and it's a different area, I guess.
Nah,
maybe it wasn't that bad. Huh?
Yo, it gotta be like up to your neck for it to close down.
Damn, they committed.
That's actually kind of crazy. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah, they care about our safety, I guess.
Yeah,
bro. Even then, they're probably gonna say, "Bring a shovel. Come to school anyway."
Nah, but that's like my job though. We still out there on the roads delivering and shit.
That's the slave shit.
Yo, it is what it is. It's the nature of the beast.
They got so many fucking trucks. They don't give a fuck if one goes down.
Yo, you can say that again. That is wow. That's crazy. But it's funny because that's how all the employees feel too.
That's crazy though.
Yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, guys, we're back for another episode, another banger. Obviously, this is the brand new bi-weekly format, so hopefully you guys are enjoying them. Make sure, as always, leaving your comments down below. And to get these plugs out of the way, if you're trying to hear your name shouted out in the end of these episodes, enjoying the hype and getting these behind the scenes, we got a bunch of new Patreon content coming out as well. A lot of behind the scenes gym sessions. All right, so you're gonna see us full power activated. You feel me? So hit us up, Full Power Podcast, over on the Patreon page. There's Full Power Podcast on the Patreon page if you're trying to sponsor. Okay, and please do not spam us with some weird ass shit. Okay, it's probably gonna get ignored. All right, but comment, question, concern, business inquiry, or fan art, and like I said, trying to sponsor, hit us up, fullpowerpod@gmail.com. That's fullpowerpod@gmail.com. All right. And then, of course, all the socials. Again, guys, as always, you already know this. You already know how YouTube works. You already know how anything with social media works. Check the description for all the supporting links. And, guys, an announcement. We finally surpassed 1,200 subscribers.
Yes, sir.
On the
Yes,
YouTube
sir.
channel. So yes, again, thank you all to everyone that's been supporting us, watching us, vibing with us, rocking it out, and continuing the love and the energy here for the Full Power Podcast. I know we've been making a lot of changes, a lot of adjustments. We're just trying to adapt to the times, and to the cards that we get in life. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of like the nature of the beast. And don't forget, and don't think that we forgot, Kai is still a part of this. Okay? We just still have not figured out the best way to bring him back, just because work is a bitch. And that's all, that's literally what it comes down to. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So fear not. At the time you guys see this episode, I'm sure we'll already have had some live episodes. So make sure you check out the live tab on the YouTube channel to check us out live. Every Monday, that's the date that we came up with that we're going to be having these discussions. And those episodes are going to really be focused more on having discussions about the week-to-week types of discussions and things that come out, anime, manga, anything like that. And obviously anything that you guys bring up in the chat per usual. So that kind of goes without saying, but it's going to be a good time, and I'm looking forward to interacting with you guys a lot more rather than just waiting to see what you guys say in comments and whatnot. And yeah, obviously I already plugged the Patreon, but I do want to emphasize that, because if the Patreon grows, the everything about this podcast will grow as well. I already need to upgrade this fucking computer, and I can't even believe that. I haven't even had it a full 2 years yet. But it's the nature of the beast. I got 3 cameras plugged in. I got this plugged in. I got that plugged in. I got this freaking hard drive. I got this. I got that. I got this too. Listen, it's a lot of devices. This thing cannot handle it. I am pushing this shit to the limits, and that is why some of these screens are like very slow motion and all fucked up. But yours is fine for some reason. Mine, it cannot handle itself. I don't know why. But everything else seems to work. But again, it's because the processing power on the computer is not that strong. So, yes, that was a pretty long intro, but that's how we do things here. It's Full Power Out of Control. Speaking of out of control, let's talk about that Attack on Titan finale.
Very confusing. Very confusing.
All right, so Jared, I want to ask you first, right? Because you're the smartest one here. Okay, let me just start
Mr.
off.
AP 4 point fucking
Yo,
5.
4.0, Mr. 4.0.
Oh, that's right. Right, give it up. Shout outs. So listen, you're the smartest one here. As an intellectual, I gotta ask, when you saw the finale of Attack on Titan, did you understand everything that was happening? And if not, where did you get lost in the sauce?
All right, so I never caught up with AOT,
Okay.
but I got spoiled a lot because of Twitter
Naturally.
and TikTok and everything. So I've been known the ending since before the finale came out.
Right,
Because
same.
the manga finished way before.
Right.
So I kind of know what's going on. It's I mean, you can ask me a specific thing.
Okay.
I don't know where to start.
You
'cause
didn't
there's a
watch
lot
the
of stuff
finale
happening
though?
at one time.
No, he said he did. He said he
Oh,
did.
he watched it?
Yeah, he said he did.
Oh, okay.
I watched it.
Do you remember it?
I just watched it today.
Oh, you just watched it? Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll try to ask you this then. So, when it comes down to the whole issue with Aaron, right? He is trying to continue on moving forward, as he said, with the rumbling. And his goal is to essentially wipe out all humanity.
Yes. 100%.
And he loves that, of course, right? It's all about the
It was
disruption.
only 80%. It was only 80%.
He only took out 80%, but that's still a lot of fucking people.
It is. But the credits just made it all worse.
Well, it was the future. It was
Right.
a
Nah,
loop,
but
'cause it's gonna happen again.
when me and Ryan finished watching it and they showed the credits, we were like, what the fuck's going on? We just saw nuclear fucking bombs going after the rebuilt industrial
Well, yeah, that's
shit.
just
And
that's
it was
just
just
life.
and it was just yo,
that is.
you might as well if Aaron, whether or not Aaron really wiped out 100%, it wouldn't have mattered. It probably would have been better that way, honestly,
If he didn't?
if he did.
Oh.
if he did just wipe out all 100 because it's a loop.
Well, he was trying to kill everyone that wasn't from Parodies.
Or whatever.
Yeah. So let me kind of shift gears a little bit now, because the thing with Eren that obviously makes him like a very complicated character is that this all started, his hate and his drive to even want to do this in the first place was because he wanted to avenge his mom's death because she got eaten by a Titan.
Yeah.
Right?
And he's the one who did that.
But that's the confusing part, because it's like, yo, when the fuck?
It's a whole time thing. It's a whole time
right.
thing.
So, and I think I understand, and this is where I want to ask him if he got that as well. Did you feel like when he revealed that part where he was like, yeah, I'm the one that essentially sent that Titan at the end of the day to make sure that happened so that I could do that, because
so then it happened.
So that it would happen, right?
Wait, so that with the rumbling would happen? Or
well yeah,
because like, yo, if his mom never got eaten, he would never, because it was supposed to eat Berthold.
It was like that specific Titan?
Yeah, it was coming to him.
Yeah.
Cause those motherfuckers had he already had the colossal and shit. So
Yeah.
Wait, pause. I gotta take a shit. I can't hold it. Hold on.
did I?
keep recording. Keep recording.
I'm dead.
I'll be right
What?
back.
Huh? What are we talking? Okay. All right. Bet.
Oh, fuck
What are
it.
your confusions, Brandon? I got you.
Man, I don't even know, bro. Cause like, I guess the whole the timeline part a little bit. Cause when he was explaining that story, when he was talking about that Titan, that specific time was going after Berthold or whatever's fucking
Yeah,
name.
the smiling one.
Yeah. But like that, even that shit, like we don't even know.
Well,
like
it's supposed to not make, because it's like, if he didn't do that, then this would never happen. But he needed for that to happen for the thing to happen.
for the rumbling
So
to happen, or like
So it's like a whole.
so he could
Yeah,
control
it's like
the
a whole time
situation.
thing. You could think
Shit.
about it like this. It's like a whole like time iteration. So like the first time it happened, he made sure it happened again, so that his past self.
So he was already in the
Would-
future. Is this what you're saying?
It's like a whole time. It's like
It's a
'cause
timeline
the
thing.
attack
It's like,
Titan, you
okay.
could see into the future, and then also you could talk to the past self. Because remember, he told his dad to kill the founding Titan, so that he could get the founding Titan.
Yo, what the connections? So
Remember,
his past,
like when he was talking he talked to his dad like directly
yeah.
because the attack Titan power.
So basically, this is like future Eren talking down and
Yeah,
recreating.
talking to his dad, like his unborn child. Well, actually, I don't think he was unborn, but his child, grown up, is talking to him, so he could get the powers, so then he could give it to Eren,
Yeah, and then
so that he could do the rumbling.
and send that smiling Titan to his mom instead of.
Yeah,
So you're basically telling me. So this is starting to kind of make sense.
basically, Eren wrote the plot of Attack on Titan.
Yes, because as the Attack on Titan, he collaborated with all the other Titans and sent them to his destination pretty much. Because he controls all those Titans as the Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
So it's starting to make more sense, I guess. But I guess in the beginning, the shit just didn't make sense because we didn't know like his futuristic
And
self
also
was
in the
creating this
beginning,
past shit.
the anime episode 1, you know how he's like sleeping on the like next to the tree,
Yeah.
and he was having a dream.
Mm-hmm.
His dream, he said right after that, Mikasa's hair was shorter, so he was having a dream of his future self.
Yo, that's funny.
It like makes a whole connection because the Attack Titan.
The Attack Titan power. Shit. We were still talking.
Oh my god, you didn't wait.
No, we was still
You said to
shit.
keep it rolling.
You said to keep.
No, I said
rolling.
keep recording.
Oh, whatever.
Oh,
We was clarifying shit because I didn't really understand that Eren's
I was telling
futuristic
him-
self
I was telling him
was
all about,
talking
like,
to
the
his
time
past self the
stuff.
whole time to recreate or to make this whole plot essentially, like from the beginning of the Attack on Titan.
That's a way to interpret
it's
it.
The Attack Titan ability, because even he talked to his dad to kill the founding. So that he could get the founding.
Right. Yeah. See, that part was probably one of my favorite parts when he literally made sure that something remained like that already happened. Like he spoke to his dad. Do you realize how OD that is?
I don't even remember what.
I
fucking
said that
episode
Aaron wrote
was.
the plot of Attack on Titan because he basically did.
Okay, so
Because
all
he made sure that everything that led up to the rumbling happened. Because he made sure the Smiling Titan killed his mom.
yeah.
He talked to his dad so that he would get the powers, so
Mhm.
that he would be able to do the rumbling,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and then all that.
But he couldn't see that much further into the future. He could only get up to the rumbling. I'm assuming.
Well, no. So what
Or-
happened with that situation is that he kind of explained this. He says
He
that
did, yeah.
he says that he tried a lot of different outcomes, and
as the founder.
and yeah, and like, and no matter what, nothing ever really made a big difference. And so this was the only thing that could happen. And that's what makes it, I guess, confusing, because it's almost as if like he himself at some point realized where he went wrong, but then but it's too late. You know what I'm saying? Like he could not reverse anything. There was way too much damage done.
Yeah, like the 80% and shit.
And he got way too deep. And I feel like that may be one of the underlying lessons that Attack on Titan has provided. It's that like you can't get too ahead of yourself, because if you do, that actually may cause like some severe permanent damage that's like like you cannot recover from that.
I mean, he saw this whole future with the rumbling at the medal ceremony when he touched Historia's hand, because she has like connections to the founding, right?
Yeah. Some
Yo, I forgot about that. See,
shit. Like he already foresaw the future at that point. I'm pretty sure.
yeah. So
Because since he has the founding, he needs someone with founding blood so he can use the founding powers.
right. Yeah. So like okay, so here's the thing. Now that it's over, I feel like if we were to rewatch this from the start, from the beginning
Oh yeah,
to the
there's
end,
so much foreshadowing.
there you like we would see and understand more, because think about it.
Second time around.
The second time around, when you see something, you're way more observant. And this is true because this guy, he has an eye for shit, just like all of us do to a degree, right? And Brandon is the one who pointed out the birds.
The birds.
So when season 1
Yeah.
was the only thing that was available, we watched that shit probably like 5 times.
Yeah, we did.
And every time we watched it back, we noticed something different, right? And then Brandon was like, yo, every time a bird flies, some shit happens. and it's true. And I was like, yo. And then I never forget when this was when I was still in school. And I texted you. I was like, bro, I need you to read these chapters of Attack on Titan right now. Because I had the volumes. And I was like, I know who the Colossal and the Armor Titan are. And at this point in time, because Attack on Titan wasn't coming out regularly in the anime, it was like a very like, damn, we're still waiting. Damn, we're still waiting. Another year went by. Damn, we're still waiting, right? It was like a terrible time to be a fan, because we got nothing new outside the manga was ongoing. I was like, fuck it, I can't wait. I'm going to keep reading. So I read, and it's not that far after, and I find out, I was like, dude, I know who they are. And again, this is a rare instance where your boy brother Ooch picked up the fucking book. And he said, all right, I will see what happened. And so when he found out who they were, and then we rewatched it again, it was season 1 again, I was like, yo, you see the sweat.
The sweat.
Every
it makes
time.
sense.
Yeah, dude. So here's what I'm saying. I'm saying that if we were to rewatch Attack on Titan right now, I feel like we'd appreciate it and understand way more, and it will feel less convoluted. Because right now,
There's so many times that they were gonna transform as well, like in the first season before like you find out about them.
Yeah.
Like there's so many times. There's like 2-second frames
yeah,
of like him like about to like transform, like with with the Ymir and the jaw titan thing on the tower.
Yeah.
He was about to transform right there because he thought that was his only like option.
Yeah. Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like I feel like this show gets better the more it's watched, but I think it's actually better if you can experience it in a shorter span. Because think about it, we all watched it as it was coming out, and that's years in between. There's so much gap in between when we see it, and we forget things, and things aren't as fresh and everything like that. So it's like when you watch something that's more fresh and it's like back to back to back, it's consecutive, then you're like, oh shit. Like things I feel like would be more appreciated and stuff like that. So yeah, all right. So I guess my final question now before we can move on, because there's other stuff that I want to talk about. How do you feel now that you've seen the whole show? Did it live up to the hype? Did it live up to what you were expecting? Tell me your feelings on Attack on Titan now that you've seen how it ends.
Oh man. I mean, the ending, I don't think the ending really hit me like that.
I know. Yeah. I could figure it.
And it's honestly probably because, Aaron's the sole, like...
He's the main character.
He's the main character.
Mm-hmm.
So to see him kind of go out in this fashion is kind of... I don't really want to say depressing, but like, it's down there. It's like, damn, bro, like, that was my guy. That was my nigga type shit. You know what I mean? Like, like, that was my dude. So, like, I didn't really expect the outcome to be like that. Mm-hmm. Although, at a certain point, like, as the movies and shit was coming out, where he had the founding and shit, like, he was just going full out kamikaze type shit. So, like, he wasn't, I don't want to say, like, his full self, but, the power definitely, I guess, got to him in a sense. So, it's like they had, like, there was going to be some type of death, whether it was him or he was just going to eradicate everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
then at that point, then, like, how would you have, what would you have done differently to end the show?
No
100% death.
Well, bro, after them credit scenes, I'm telling you right now, after watching those credit scenes, shit, you might as well just wrap it up. 100% humanity gone.
I mean, because there's always going to be war in humanity. So it's like,
and that's the point.
Yeah. And that was the only thing I got out of the credits was just like, I think this anime is just trying to tell us something on a deeper scale where it's just like...
And it's just a whole cycle because you see at the end with the huge tree and the kid going inside of it.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. I was like... Because that tree has something to do with everything, right?
Because that's where Ymir got the powers.
That's where Ymir got the powers, and that's where Eren was laid to rest.
Yes.
So it's like,
It's like it could repeat.
That, exactly. Like, that ending is to be left up to complete interpretation of the fan. Now, does that mean that I think that they're ever going to bring it back? No. I think Attack on Titan is done. And it's done. Like, if they were to pick up the story from where that kid leaves off, I don't know, like, what would prevent essentially the same things repeating again? Because is that not the point? The point is to show that with or without Titans, humanity as we know it is shit, like you said, right? And it's like stories that are very big brain always have this underlying truth, is that we are going to be the result of our own demise.
Yep.
And like I think if they were to do something like that, I feel like people wouldn't even like that, how that would end. Because let's just say, for the sake of argument, they do pick up where that kid leaves off and he goes in and somehow he jump starts this whole Titan shit again, and the Titan powers are back and everything. The next best thing that could possibly happen, not best thing, but the next thing that would realistically happen is this fucking dude would destroy the world.
Right.
It wouldn't be no 80%. It would be 100%, and there would be no life. The planet would die. That's how you top how it ended in the original, So that's like, I guess, I don't know if you would consider that like a complication, or if you can consider that like I don't know. It's like it makes for interesting conversations, and I'm actually looking forward to seeing like what our listeners are feeling about it, because like, and I guess I'll say this as far as like a rating would go, out of 10, I think I would give Attack on Titan like a solid 8.
Yeah, I was thinking that number.
Okay.
Anywhere between like maybe 8, 9 ish.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
What about you?
I give it 10.
10 out of 10?
It's a cinematic masterpiece.
Wow, look at that. IQ representing AO
No, because
Tizzle.
like I wasn't that mad about it, because like there's like no other way they could have ended it. It was just like
Yeah,
he had to die after doing all that.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I totally understand that though
Yo,
too.
like, not gonna lie, this just came up to me, but the way he kind of went about things, or essentially his passing, reminds me of like Death Note a bit.
Really?
A little bit. Like when you link the two, it's just like, you know, they both have a certain power to try to resolve humanity.
Well, yeah,
in a sense, and control the narrative.
Right.
But they both fail.
Ultimately,
they both got too deep into it.
They both. Yo, you know what? The comparisons to Death Note is very real here.
Because it's very, you know, psychological, intellectual. So it's just like, yeah.
And notice both shows being completely different from each other have the same end result. The guy who essentially makes himself a god dies because the power, whether it's too overwhelming for them to handle or they don't know how to properly execute using it in an effective way to actually help the rest of the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's crazy. That's mad deep. And it's so funny that you bring up Death Note, because I had a thought. Like, if I was to change anything in Attack on Titan to see some sort of a different end result, it would be similar to how I felt like Death Note should have ended. And it's literally with the established relationship that was presented to us for so long. With Death Note, it was Light and Misa.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted them to have a kid. So that way, that baby would be born with the Shinigami fucking powers and Light's intellectual prowess, right? Over in Attack on Titan, I think that had Eren woken his ass up and grew some fucking balls, okay, and acknowledged Mikasa's feelings for him, I think that had they sped that up, I feel like Eren would have been no different from Light. He would have tried to just take advantage of that and been like, oh, you're my wife now. So you know what that means? We need to have children. And you know what that means? They're going to continue my legacy should something go wrong with me. And imagine the implications that would mean. Because if this dude has the ability to see the fucking future, he could see his kid's future. Imagine, yo, like, you know, that's just one thing. So overall, yeah, Attack on Titan.
I mean, it also reminds me of Code Geass as well.
Oh, does it?
I have not watched the
remember,
second
I mean,
season.
spoilers for Code Geass a little bit.
Okay.
Season 1. This
Okay.
is like the only thing I remember. I remember he was talking to that one lady, and then he accidentally used his eye to make her do something, and then like the whole empire turned against him or something, against the princess.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that one thing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I gotta like rewatch because I barely remember.
It's been a long time since we all saw it at the same time. We all saw season 1 like years ago together, and we've yet to see season 2. And we did talk about in a previous episode that there's some new Code Geass coming out. But it's not Lelouch. It's like another character. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's Attack on Titan, guys. It's over now. It's done. I think at this point, wishing for some new continuation is probably
Very
not in the
slim.
cards. Slim to none.
Very slim.
But I you know, on a side note, I think now that it's been done for a long time. I actually do want to collect the colossal editions, which are like these big fucking hardcover ass, like, you know, collections of the manga. And then, you know, to get it on Blu-ray, because, you know, like, I'm sure they're gonna have some sick fucking set, the complete Attack on Titan Blu-ray set, all that shit. That'd be kind of fire. I'm looking forward to those things. But yeah, aside from that, what we're going to talk about next is a completely different shift in topical conversation. We got to talk about that fucking episode 2 Solo Leveling.
That's where they should have ended episode 1. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I watched it before Ryan, and I was just like, you're gonna be disappointed again because they didn't really,
And I was.
Didn't move
Hey, I
fast
think
enough.
it was gas.
Nah.
I'm just a solo leveling lover, bro.
Listen. Let me.
The way they ended it, it was not gas.
No, it wasn't.
Because it was another cliffhanger. It wasn't like,
Right.
It wasn't like they left us with another like, what the fuck is about to happen? Even though we could we might be able to predict it because we've been watching anime for so many fucking years.
We're trained in this field.
But it's just like, just like give us the information so we can like go into the next chapter.
Yo, y'all don't like cliffhangers, bro?
No.
It depends on the cliffhanger.
Here's
levels to this shit.
There's levels to this shit, okay? Here's the thing, and I said this on the last episode we discussed this, and I'm going to say it again. It is literally how you fucking... First impressions are everything, and how you leave them.
The delivery.
Okay? Exactly. When your delivery is like, okay, I'm going to just set up mad shit. But this is the first episode. But now it's the second episode.
And we still don't know what the fuck.
And we still have not seen even what we're anticipating is going to happen.
From the main character,
the fact that they're still holding out is OD.
On the main character.
I mean, that's the point. That's the point. He has to be like that.
No, okay, but
they should have made episode 1 and 2 together at that point. They should have made a 40-minute episode or whatever.
I said that. I literally.
They should have made it 40.
Yeah. So all right. So my thing with this, it's how they start, and it's how you leave them. And the fact that we're 2 episodes in now, and the main character has not shown us like what he's obviously going to be set up for, it's very like underwhelming. So like I can only imagine how people that are watching this and they don't have any like inclination as to what might happen. I mean, I feel like it's very obvious. But the reason why I have my hopes high for this is because I know people that support this, and they love Solo Leveling, and they've been trying to get me to read it for years. And these
10
are
out of 10 anime.
Yeah. So this guy, right? He's one of them, obviously, because he's read it, and I think it's a little bit easier for someone like for like IQ to back it up because they know what's gonna happen. But the issue is still remains. The way they're presenting it is not good. Like if anything, they should have considered making this whole dungeon that's happening like one long ass episode.
They should have at least, if anything, and this is how I feel, and this is me kind of predicting, even though Jared knows. But
yeah.
This is just me
no
predicting.
Spoilers.
So it's just like I feel the way episode 2 ended with him about to literally just get chopped up and what it seems like die, I guess.
Right.
We already think that he's gonna get reborn and into some type of S rank.
We talked about this outside
sense.
the podcast.
So it's just like, for example, if that were true and if that's going to happen, they should have at least given us that information, or like have him be reborn as some special unit, nigga. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like some S rank shit.
Okay.
Like Hunter or whatever, not no E rank, because the whole what was it? It was like a ritual or some shit in the
It's like
dungeon.
It's like a little thing.
Yeah. So
It reads like your power, and then it tells you what rank you are.
Mm-hmm. So there you go.
yeah. So like if they gave us that much and then ended the episode, so it's just like, okay, now he's that man's, like,
Right.
then it gives us more like clarity, and I don't know.
Yeah, I just
It's
like
like
listen, like I said the examples from the last time we talked about this, and I was like, man, like you really gotta come hard. You don't even have to come hard. Like you just have to you have to give the watcher, the viewer, something to go off of, because the way they left us on the first 2 episodes are the same. They're not giving us anything. More characters died, if anything.
Right.
You know, like we still don't know. Like we still don't know anything right now. You know, because that episode 2 was very self-contained. They were in that dungeon still. It's not like they, you know, on episode 1 they was going from this scene to that scene. We was looking at other characters, other perspectives. We didn't have that in 2. So I think 3rd time's a charm, and episode 3 hopefully will be the episode where it's like, all right, solo fucking leveling, and then everybody's just like, all right, yep, it's good, it's great. But right now, nope. Right now, it's kind of like up. It's in limbo. So
We'll see.
We will see. Jared, I know you're an avid solo leveling advocate, but right now this shit.
It's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Do you think episode 3 will give us the information
I
we
think
want?
all episodes were good, but episode 3 is gonna hit.
He said that last time.
That's fucking bias as hell. That's hella bias.
Yo, even if I didn't read, that thing would have hit too.
Mm-hmm.
It might only.
Y'all didn't feel your heartbeat's gonna end in 0.02 seconds.
It might hit in the instance of like wanting to know.
Yeah.
That's about it. But when you've seen shit so many times, it's like, yo, like, come on now. Like, they could get us in another way.
Right.
They don't have to like withhold all that, the extra shit that we're already foreseeing for fucking 3 episodes.
Exactly.
They could do it in 1.
Yeah. I don't know. We have to see.
Yeah. We'll see.
To shift gears again, what lifted up my spirits after I had watched episode 2 of Solo Leveling was Shangri-La Frontier.
Yeah.
I finally got to watch episode 1, and let me just say, this show is everything that this guy described, but it's better because I saw it for myself now.
I wish you saw episode 2, so you
I know.
why I fucking laughed so hard.
And listen, episode 1 was hella enjoyable, and this is a great example of a first impression, right? They introduced me to the main character. They introduced me to his personality, what he's all about. They kind of showed me some things that are kind of setting in themselves up for what's to come. Like he has like a love interest that he doesn't really pay attention to, but she's all into him.
Yeah.
And yet he is, just like you said, all about his shitty games. But now Shangri-La is like a good game, and the store clerk at fucking Japan GameStop, right? She's the one like, oh, like you, all you do is play shitty games. Why don't you just, clean your palate? And it's she made like a good analogy. It was like sometimes like we can really appreciate the things that are good after like we play the shitty ones, right? And that makes perfect sense. So I was so about this fucking story, and after I got done watching it, and he was like navigating the menus and like he was figuring out all the tech. He was like, oh, like he was grinding literally as soon as he got in there. And I was like, bro, why do I want to play an RPG right now?
Yeah, he was grinding.
So it was.
He wanted the double daggers. He wanted the 2 swords.
He wanted the fucking Kirito, right? He wanted the double sword. So either way, like I thought that, like even the reference to how his choice in how he would start a game, where he starts with no equipment so that he could sell it and have money in his fucking account. So
Viable strat.
Yeah, like, and that's OD. Like the fact that they did that in the show, and like I don't even play MMOs like that, but like I feel like I've seen people on Twitch when they're playing like Elden Ring and like these Dark Souls games and stuff like that. I feel like I've seen players that they'll have their weapon and they're basically like in boxers. Like they got no equipment.
Well, yeah, because if you're good, you don't need health if you ain't gonna get hit.
Type shit. It's all about the strat.
Type shit.
Going into it.
Yeah, so there you go. So that's why I was like, bro, this is actually like this feels very authentic. So yeah, that was a perfect palate cleanser. If you guys have not seen Shangri-La Frontier, and I know it's like maybe like 14, 15, 16 episodes at the time that this episode comes out, I'm telling you, watch it. It's worth the time. It's a good laugh, and I feel like it's very enjoyable. I haven't seen past episode 1 at this, at the time of this recording, but I will be an advocate of it, just like this guy. And it ain't just no fucking isekai either. It's actually like a video game type of anime. It's
and the
VR
opening
and
will
shit.
make you want to play Rock Band.
And oh my
the
god,
opening and the ending are
and see
valid.
the opening. All right, so a part of your system after you see the keywords is if the opening is fire.
Yep.
This fucking opening, I can confirm is fucking banging. That shit is ridiculous.
Attention.
The first
grabber.
3 seconds was already insane.
Yes, 100%. So yeah, so Shangri-La Frontier, you need to check it out. It's fire. You're missing out if you don't. Okay.
You should have seen it. You should
Huh?
have seen me watching the episode. As soon as I was jumping in my chair.
Did you watch episode 2 too?
I watched episode 1 and I'm 5 minutes to episode 2 because then I went to sleep because it was
shit.
12.
So y'all both gotta
Oh.
watch episode
Yeah,
2 so
I
y'all
gotta-
know what I'm talking
yeah,
about. That's
yeah.
just hilarious, bro.
All right. So let me see one thing here. I feel like I had someone's. Oh, where'd it go? All right, hold on one second. Okay. All right, so we have time for one comment this week. And this person says, check out the manga Kagurabachi. It's only 16 chapters in, but the art is fire and seems like it could go somewhere. It's not just a meme. Okay, so the fact that he laughed concerns me. Because I feel like this is some meme shit, right? And that so like have you heard about this? Like, are you familiar with this?
Yeah. So it was like a whole thing. It was a manga on the Shonen Jump,
Mm-hmm.
and it had like one chapter, and the meme was that everyone would just hype it up for no reason, and they would just put in all these like meme edits. They would put in animes where it didn't belong.
What?
Like the guy from Kagurabachi. I've read his name. I read like one chapter. I was like, all right, it's all right.
Mm-hmm.
But like maybe it got better with the other chapters. But I just read Run because at the time they only had one chapter, and it was on like the cover of like Shonen Jump, so everyone's like overhyping it as like for the meme.
So you mean to tell me that enough fucking meme heads
Got it to the Shonen Jump.
literally no. They had enough people just decided they all had one collective monkey brain and were just like, let's hype this shit up for the fucking shits and giggles. And it worked. That's what you're telling me?
Yeah.
That's crazy. The power of trolls. That's insane. All right,
It's
but
called Kagurabachi glazing.
so I asked what it's about, and they responded to me saying, and in quotes. So let's see. I wanted to read this to see if this passes your keyword test. Right now, again, this is a manga. This isn't an anime, but I wanted just to see.
Alright.
Chihiro Rokuhira, the son of a renowned blacksmith who forged 6 enchanted swords, seeks a bloody revenge against a gang of sorcerers with the help of a 7th enchanted sword forged by his father before he was assassinated.
A lot of keywords in there. Revenge. 6 to 7 swords. What do we got? What was the last ending? Assassination?
Yes.
All right. We're getting somewhere.
Okay.
It's possible.
Something.
But I'm only watching.
Yeah,
I'm
it
not
was
reading.
I'm just mad because they were just relating him to other like shonen characters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it sounds, I mean, honestly, it sounds like okay.
It could potentially be promising,
It sounds okay.
but I mean, I'm not gonna read it.
You don't read anything.
It would have to come out.
I mean, I don't know if it
Pretty
got better after the first chapter, because I would say the first chapter is like a 7.
Yeah, to be honest, guys, the stuff that I have been reading, and in here, and I will briefly bring this up, is that the Dragon Ball Super manga recently had some leaks. Now, by the time this comes out, I'm sure the chapter is going to be out already, right? Now, I don't want to spend too much time talking about the leaks, but what I can share is that it involves Vegeta, it involves Broly, and it involves Gohan Beast. Oh, there's nothing for him. Okay. Well, I bring that up because this is like brand new shit. This is new territory.
You can't say anything.
Well, I haven't even looked at the spoilers.
I thought you. Okay.
Yeah, no. I haven't looked at the spoilers. So, I'm gonna assume that by the time the next live episode comes out, so again, make sure you're checking out the live tab. We will have already discussed this, so I would say go check that out and see what our thoughts were on the chapter. This is like weird future proofing, but this is the nature of how we have to do this. But yeah, like I say all this, right, because I have not really been reading any manga in a while. What I have been reading are Marvel comics. I've been reading some crazy stories. One of which, you remember Luke Cage?
Mm-hmm.
My man, his original name is actually Power Man. And there's a one-shot called Timeless. And it came out at the very end of 2023. Now, this story, again, is a one-shot, meaning that it's one story. It's like almost 50 pages. And it's like a little fun story to read that also kind of teases what's to come in the future of Marvel Comics and like other arcs and stories and whatnot. Boy, let me tell you, this takes place in a world where there is only one surviving superhero, and that is Power Man. And who does he have to fight against? He has to fight against quite literally a god. Khonshu. You didn't see Moon Knight. Did you see Moon Knight?
I didn't see Moon Knight.
So Moon Knight introduces a character and other characters. They're like Egyptian gods in a sense, I'm pretty sure, right? And Khonshu is like this OD being where he somehow was able to be a part of this entire wiping of all superheroes. And he's essentially turning all of the human beings like into his followers so that he can have, some, overly dominating rule over everybody, right? And he's going to take the, all the power and everything, whatever. He fights against Power Man, who, again, the last surviving superhero. This dude has the power of the Sentry, who you guys don't know. The Sentry is a character who has the power of 10 exploding suns. 10 or 100, I forget the number, okay?
Oh.
Now that's OD, is that not?
I ate the sun.
I ate the sun. Shoutouts. Shoutouts, right? That's an old classic. That's no one's going to get that.
No one's going to get that.
And then he has the Iron Fist. Okay? And then he has the Hulk's blood running through his veins.
Oh, that's OD.
This dude is broken. So it's a really cool story. It's super, super dope. There's a nice twist in there and a little plot twist. And I just read a new story called Ultimate Spider-Man #1. And this is a story about Peter Parker not even turning into Spider-Man. This is an alternate universe.
What?
Where the maker, aka Reed Richards, he goes around preventing certain people from becoming the heroes they're supposed to be. And so now in Ultimate Spider-Man 1, you see a Peter Parker married to MJ with 2 kids, and Uncle Ben is alive. Bro, what the fuck is going on, right? So without even spoiling anything else,
So why is it called Ultimate Spider-Man if there ain't no Spider-Man?
well, you're gonna have to find out because that's a part of what makes issue number 1 like so special and so cool because you get to see this tale and this side of Peter Parker that we never see. Like he's like in his 30s. He's got scruff. You know, he's got a fucking mustache and shit, beard, 2 kids. His uncle's not dead. Like, bro, like this is a completely different scenario that we've never seen in Spider-Man. Yo, what's going on, guys? Future me, just inserting myself to let you guys know that we were having some technical difficulties for some reason with this episode. I keep stressing that I need to upgrade this laptop, and it actually is very true because for whatever reason, it kept stopping our recording. So we had to start and stop a few times during this episode. And during this part, we were actually talking about the comparisons between Shonen Jump manga and Marvel Comics and how I would love if Shonen Jump were to incorporate some sort of a universal story that had all of their properties involved with each other somehow, similar to how Marvel Comics does theirs. So we're going to hop right back into this portion of the episode where you now have that context.
It would be very conflicting because the power scaling, there's just on a whole nother level between all those universes and shit. Like,
yeah.
The only crossover that I believe that would be acceptable would probably be like Naruto and Bleach.
Interesting.
Because that would be like the closest comparison between 2 worlds.
Yeah.
Anything with Dragon Ball is not gonna work.
Well, and see, and honestly, like it would be interesting is if they actually got all the creators together and they decided, they were like, okay, we're gonna try something. We're gonna make some sort of story to connect everything, right? Now, obviously, Dragon Ball would probably be the most broken just because of the nature of how that show works in the Saiyans and everything like that. And that's fine. I'm not saying they got to change that. I'm just saying they have to write a story that makes them make sense when intertwining with other characters from other shit. That's all I'm saying. Because, like, that's what makes it interesting and fun to talk about because they can just make new things up, like new rules, like what happens if Naruto ends up in a Dragon Ball Z universe?
You get shit on.
Or does he? You know what I'm saying? Like this is the type of the thought-provoking shit you got to think about because it's like, yeah, we would easily assume like no, ninjas are not going to stand toe-to-toe. Oh, are they? What about if this happens? What happens if Goku goes to a fucking ninja world? Does he get nerfed or is he OD or what happens?
They would have to nerf him.
Yeah, like that. Like those are things that like are obvious, but like you know, again, it would be fun. But with Marvel, I don't like, dude. Yeah. Everybody is in each other's books. Everybody's in each other's stories. It's like you could read something about Spider-Man, but yet look who pops in: Iron Man, Daredevil, Kingpin. Like all, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then they have these events. Like right now, what's going on is this thing called Gang War. And I have no idea what it's about, but all I know is that so far, Miles, a part of it.
Miles.
Spider-Man, a part of it. Daredevil, but not the Daredevil we know. It's a different Daredevil that happened. It's like Elektra, right? So she looks crazy, right? Luke Cage. And other characters that I forget right now at the time of this. But the point is, they're having this big-ass event that intertwines all these different stories at the same fucking time. And it's so sick. It's so sick. So that's why I've been on my comic book game harder than I have been on my manga game. Because the manga hasn't been doing it for me. But that doesn't mean I'm giving up on it. It doesn't mean I'm quitting. Because, you know, I love it. But I just wish some things were different. And that does remind me I need to catch up with Kaiju number 8. And I need to catch up with My Hero. I need to fucking read these Dragon Ball Super chapters and talk about them with you guys anyway, so.
Word.
Well, guys, it is that time for... these Patreon shoutouts! Oh, okay. Oh, all right. I like this. Okay. Again, guys, if you want to hear your name shouted out at the end of these episodes, you're trying to sponsor, you're trying to see behind-the-scenes content, you're trying to be a part of the Thriving Ozarus, help this community grow, help our shit grow. I need a new computer. Hit us up on the Patreon page today. Here we go. Let's see, what's the first name right here? Shout outs to our boy, Jayante Sheridan. Oh, thank you. Shout outs to Anthony Parker. Oh, thank you.
Park that bitch.
Park it. Shout outs to Crystal. Dying. This shit make me want to fucking rap. That's crazy. Shout outs to Dante TX. Thank you. Suck it. Shout outs to Jarek Rivera. Thank you. Jericho. Shout outs to Lord Payne. Thank you.
Pain in these nuts.
And shout outs to Mr. Back Again. Once again, thank you.
Back again was good.
And shout outs to Mr. Wash. Thank you.
Clean that shit.
Clean it. Shout outs to Odd Man Out. Yeah. Thank you.
Never cut that man out.
Never. Shout outs to Philly Handball. Thank you.
Smack it.
Shout outs to our boy Ryusuke Kenpachida. Thank you.
Oh,
Shout out to Soul Awakens. Thank you.
wake your ass up.
Wake it. And shout out to Super Saiyan SAWFT Soft. Thank you.
Soft man.
Oh, Jesus. Shout out to our boy Travis Boyette. Thank you.
Travis.
And the man with the final Chidori Vegeta Uchiha. Thank you.
For now.
And last but not least, worse than a demon. Thank you.
Demon time.
Demon time. He's the one and only. The man. The land of the rising sun. He's our boy. His name is Did you hear the explosion?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It was good.
Juice!
Juice.
Juice!
Juice.
Juice! Hit us up! Guys, name shouted out. Hello Fresh sponsored. Gotta shout that out too. But again, this is a Full Power Podcast on the Patreon page. Full Power Podcast over on the Patreon page. Comment, question, concern, business inquiry, or fan art you're trying to sponsor, much like Hello Fresh. Links in the description.
Fresh muse, nigga.
fullpowerpod@gmail.com. That is fullpowerpod@gmail.com. Oh, not this shit again. All right, let's get it done. Yeah.
Pig man.
Uh-huh. Hit us up on the motherfucking Bluebird on Twitter at Full Power Pod. Make sure you guys are checking out the live tab on the YouTube channel, so that way you can see these live episodes that are taking place on the YouTube channel. I said YouTube channel like way too many times there. That's totally okay. And yeah, more content, lots of things that are going on here. Make sure you continue to support as always. And without y'all, we cannot go full power and out of control. All right. So it's been your boy, Ooch, the Iceman, brother Ooch. Man, not so little IQ, Ooch. Make sure you guys taking care of yourselves. May the power take you black glitter right here on this channel. Stay safe, stay clean, and stay the hell inside. And we'll see y'all next time. Hey. Peace. See ya. Oh, I fucked it up. All right, one more. All right, there it is. Ready? Bye. I'm not even gonna lie. That is probably my new like favorite song.
That shit goes crazy though.
Because, as always, shout outs to this chicharron.